Here we go. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good evening, distinguished guests, faculty, administrators, Dean Mostov, Beth Haymaker, and my fellow graduates. It's hard to believe that this moment has come. Our time has come. And the future that we've all been preparing for is here. So congratulations on this momentous occasion. In thinking about today's speech, I wanted to leave an impression on you all. So I want to take a moment to tell you about someone who leaves an impression on me every single day. That's one of my best friends, Tiare Kiilani Giron. Tiare was one of the most incredible people I've ever known. She was kind to everyone who she encountered, no matter if they were the star of the football team or one of the nerdiest students in the class. She did the kind of things that no one else does anymore, like write letters to people that she cares about, just to let them know that she loves them. She once said, "When you tell people how much they mean to you, I can't promise you that it will change their world, but I can promise you that it will change yours." She understood her values, her principles, and unapologetically stood by them no matter what, constantly inspiring all those around her to be better and to do better. About 4 years ago, I was sitting in my room with Tiare, talking about our futures. And I was set to go to London for my first year at NYU. And Tiare was off to the University of Hawaii, where she planned on joining the Peace Corps thereafter. Tiare and I promised to be pen pals, and we promised to be friends forever. And Tiare knew how to live in the moment. She knew how to save her life and live each day like it was her last. And she is someone that cared deeply, but only about the important stuff. And she used to say, if you sweat over the small stuff, you're gonna end up smelling really bad. Tiare taught me so much about life. She taught me how to live. She showed me how to love until her very last day. About a week after that conversation, Tiare went on a hike where she passed out due to a heat stroke. And she was airlifted to a hospital where she fought for her life for 14 days. But ultimately, the injuries were too severe, and we lost her. But this isn't the end of Tiare's story. No, because after she passed away, those of us that had the pleasure of knowing Tiare made a vow to live a life that honors her memory and her values, especially her value to keep on living. So we promise to keep living, no matter what, no matter where we go, and no matter how hard things get. And in my years here at NYU, Tiare inspired me through everything. When things got tough, when I got stressed, when I didn't feel big enough, all I did was think about Tiare and her incredible legacy. All of my work, all of my service was in honor of my vow to keep on living. So my peers, my fellow graduates, my friends, I invite you to keep on living with me. Take on the challenge to live a life beyond your own. Because our degrees are not just our degrees, but with this degree comes a responsibility to do some good with it, something bigger than ourselves. And the world demands that we do. No longer can we stay in our own comfort zones, in our own dogmas, but our degree is not just a piece of paper, but it is a challenge, a responsibility, an honor bestowed upon few. So be the change that you have to be, not because it is fair, not because it is fun, and not because it is easy, but because it is a responsibility that you now bear. As Tiare would say, radical actions lead to radical changes. So find your voice, find your leadership. And leadership is not something that's only for a certain type of person who has a certain position or who has certain qualities, but leadership is showing up. Leadership is hustling. And sometimes the best leaders are the first followers. And leadership is not something that's reserved for a few, but it's required of all. So find your inspiration. Find the thing that brings you hope and work towards it. But never, ever, ever stop loving. Not for a single moment. Love endlessly, love fully, and love without boundaries. Thank you to all those who have supported me up until this moment. And it goes without saying, but thank you to my incredible parents, Ashraf and Fahima Khalaf, for their incredible sacrifice and unconditional love. Thank you to my brothers, Rami and Muhammad, for being my best friends. And thank you to my baby sister, Jannah, for being my little princess. I couldn't have made it to this point without your support. And I love you so much. Thank you. To the class of 2018, it has been an honor to learn from you and to grow with you. And you all inspire me and push me to be the best version of myself. So may your past in life be filled with hope and opportunity and blessings. And may you treat all those that you encounter with kindness and respect. May you never run from a challenge, but may you always rise and conquer it. And may you always keep living a life worth living.